When we decide to open business, we look to different cities in Virginia area, and we found that Arlington, it's maybe the best place for us to do business here, because it has a lot of restaurant in Arlington area. It's more than 900 something restaurant just in Arlington. And we said maybe this is a good chance for us to open a business here.
I came 1975 to Arlington, and the reason I came to Arlington, I worked with SBA, and they figured Arlington was one of the best city to start a bakery. Then we have all different mixture of people. We had from low income to middle to high income, so it was a perfect mixture.
Well, I came to United States in 1978 at the age of 15. 1992, I found this spot over here in the Washington Post in the business section, that this little place was for sale. It was a grocery store. So it came to my head that, I like it when I come in and look at it. It was a very small place, it was half of the place that it is now opening. And I like it. I like the area, and I talked to my brother-in-law, who's my partner, if it was interesting and join me to, open a business. And that's how I get to Arlington.
It was very challenging, but I took a dictionary and I took 3 words every day out of Washington Post, and that's how I learned my English. Within 6 months, I definitely could communicate with people. Then it's very hard when you don't speak any English. Struggles, I could talk the next 2 hours about it, okay? But I was working for 2 years, 20 hours, 6 days a week. It is not the easiest thing in life to start a business wherever in the United States. Not easy.
I would say one of the biggest challenges is understanding policy and regulations. When you think about a business, a lot of people come to the U.S. because it's a very simple way to get involved into business. You can be in business overnight. You can use your own social security number, go to the bank, cut on the lights, you're in business. But there are ramifications to that. And so some of the challenges that we see people getting involved on is obligating themselves to things and not understanding what some of those legal ramifications are.
I never realized that to open a business, you have to have a backup, or you have to have a certain amount of cash, to keep running. So for 2 years, I was working at the club and here, so I can make it up to survive.
A lot of times with business, there are contracts that you sign, there's money that you spend, there are leases that you sign. And if English isn't your first language and you're reading through an application and you don't quite know what you're signing, we want to make sure that people are aware of what they're obligating themselves to in their native language, so that they understand and they're not losing money or going out of business or having somebody kind of flim-flam them, which we were coming across quite a bit, where somebody signed a lease and didn't realize what the terms were. I worked with a woman that had been cleaning houses, had saved $300,000, purchased a business, but she really didn't purchase a business. She didn't buy the name, she didn't buy the equipment, she didn't buy anything. And so we're having a very tearing conversation about what her options are with the lease and being able to pay the lease. I don't like to see that. That really bites you at your heart when you see somebody that's worked so hard to amass a savings and lose it all.
The main reason why we left Yemen, or really any immigrant would leave their home country, is to find a better living and to find a better future for their family and their children. Unfortunately in Yemen, it's a third world country and we don't have the education and the resources that we do here as American citizens to pursue and to continue to move forward. I guess the biggest withdrawal of being an immigrant here in the States is the fact that I have to balance two different lives, and I don't want to lose the Yemen side, and I don't want to lose the American side. So I'm trying to hold on to both as best as I can.
First time we opened here, I thought gonna be so difficult because the people, they don't know, especially in Arlington, they don't know the Yemeni food. And we start our business long time ago, catering from the house. And suddenly, on the first day of opening the restaurant, there is a lot of Arabic people, they come, but the American, they don't. Because they don't know what kind of restaurant this, because it was a previous restaurant before. After that, we send some flyers to the neighbors, and we let them know this is what kind of food we serve, and it's Yemeni food, and we give them some information about Yemen and what kind of spice we use, and also it's halal 100%, and they like it so much.
I have to say that I'm proud of, even though we have limited resources, the impact that we are able to have in the community, the number of people that we touch each and every day to help them is priceless. A business in this industry, in the small business world, it's their family. They love what they do. They love this community. And they want to give back, and they want to be part of it.
Even the Arlington, one of the schools, they did project for their students, and talking to them and explain about the halal meat. And the kids, they come here to our restaurant and they taste the food, and they like it so much.
My life changed when I met him, and we have been working together for the past almost 42 years. So my life totally changed just by being a business owner that I never really expected to be a business owner. And our kids grew up and helped us, and our son is still helping us, and we have our grandchildren and our family all around. So, yeah.
The small business itself is our heart. It's the heart of the community. It makes us who we are, where you can go to a place and people know your name, and they know your children's name, and they love being here.
It was the difficulties that it was in the beginning, but after a few years we passed all those difficulties, and right now, everything is perfect. We try our best to help our families in Yemen, and we trying to get involved also in the community here in Arlington.
I'm happy as of today with what I have done in my life. In these 25 years that I've been in the store, we have a restaurant too in Wilson Boulevard, La Union Restaurant. So at this time, I think I'm happy with whatever I have done in this country, and to my family, to myself. When I'm ready to retire, I'll retire, I quit. That's it, too much. It's a lot of work, a lot of stress, it's not easy, but I love doing what I'm doing, because this is what I started doing when I came to this country, working in a restaurant as a busboy. So I love to talk to people, I love to serve people, so I guess that's why I'm here. And thanks God to this day, I made it. Okay, so thank you for coming, for taking your time.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, anytime, I'm here. Thank you.